Fire in the hole! Hey, let's cook up a teriyaki pork loin. What do you think? Sounding like a winner? Alright, let's go for it. Please stay tuned. Okay, so while my grill's coming up to temperature, I got my pork loin right here. And he's got a nice fat cap on him. And what I'm going to do is score that fat cap. And I'm going to inject him with some of this marinade that I have here. As soon as I get that fat cap scored up a little bit. Can you see that okay? Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to score that, and I'm going to use my Tony Chachere's Cajun marinade injector, and I got some Yoshida's marinade and cooking sauce, teriyaki. So we're just going to pour that in a bowl over here and suck some up into the Tony Chachere's marinade injector. There we go. And we're going to give them an injection of teriyaki marinade. See if we can squirt that all over myself. There we go. Getting it all over. It's okay. I'm going to baste him with it as he's cooking also. But I want to get some inside of him. That looks good already. Looks good enough to eat already. Let's get some more of that. Tony Chachere's injector that I had left over from Thanksgiving. It still works great though. Works great. So let's give him an injection of teriyaki marinade while my grill comes up to temp. And we're going to stick a thermometer in him and get him up to about 180 internal temperature. It's going to take about 2 hours. And I got my charcoal set up for the mignon method of lit coal on top of unlit coals. And the scribe marks make a handy reference point for where you can inject them at. Is that a great idea? Thought it was. Hey, I got an idea from an onion I'm going to show you after I get done with this. And as soon as we get that onion on, then I'll drink a beer. Meanwhile, let's get our Tony Chachere's injector going with that teriyaki marinade, which is good stuff. You can get that at Costco's, I think is where we got that. And they have it everywhere. Walmart, Costco's, you name it. I'm pumping him up with it. It's going to be pumped up full of that stuff. I'm also going to glaze him with it as it cooks. That'll help keep him moist and give it flavor, teriyaki flavor internally as well as externally. Okay, it's starting to look good. Can't put too much, you know. I'll give him a little bit more. Pour a little bit more in that bowl. And like I said, I'm going to baste him with it as we go. And also, to give it another layer of flavor on top of all this, last time I bought spices from Tango Joe, he sent me a sample of Twist and Shout, which I'm going to sprinkle that on top of that pork roast. That's Tango Spice Twist and Shout. I'll rub that on the top of there. That looks pretty good, huh? Almost looks good enough to eat. Alright, let's throw that on the grill and get that cooking. Then I'm going to show you, I got a crazy idea for an onion, so please stay tuned. Okay, my pork loin is on the grill getting all smoked up. He's got to come up to 180. He's got a long way to go, probably a couple of hours. But meanwhile, I got a nice big Vidalia onion that I took the skin off of it, and I'm going to cut down into it, not quite all the way. Carefully, I don't want it to fall apart completely. But I want to make it sort of in the style of the bloomin' onion that you've all had at the famous restaurants. Not quite all the way. About 3/4 of the way. And again, and I got this idea from my mother. Used to make artichokes, and what she used to do is she would take an artichoke and drizzle it with olive oil, and then she'd put breadcrumbs on it and bake it in the oven. So I thought, why can't I do that with an onion and kind of make it into a kind of like a bloomin' onion, only I'm going to do it on the grill in the way that she used to do her her artichokes. Kind of get that to open up a little bit, if I can. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I didn't want to cut all the way through it because I want it to retain its sort of a shape. It's probably going to open up even more as it cooks. But I'm going to drizzle it with some olive oil. Get it down in the cracks. I'm going to hit it with some Slap Your Mama, just a little bit. Just a dusting of Slap Your Mama to give it some flavor. A little bit more olive oil, I think. Kind of wanted those cracks to open up a little bit more than that. They're opened up a bit. They're going to open up even more as it cooks, I think. Here we go. There, it's starting to open up a little bit. I'm going to take some breadcrumbs, sprinkle on it. Sprinkle some breadcrumbs on it. It's Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. All over it. Get it down in there. Get it on the outside of that puppy. See, it's sort of looking like a bloomin' onion. Kinda, sort of. This might work, it might not. Who knows? Might be good. At the very least, I'll have a roasted onion. So, I'm going to stick that on the grill, and I'll see what happens. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, let me try that out, see what happens. You never know, it might work out. Stick them on there. Oh, it's hot. Okay. So there's my pork loin getting roasted up, and there's my bloomin' onion, sort of a bloomin' onion, and see what happens. Stick that on there. That's got to cook about 2 hours, and I'm going to come back and have a beer while that's cooking, and then we'll take a look at it again. So please stay tuned. Okay, my pork loin has been on there about an hour and a half, and I'm going to mop him with some of that Mr. Yoshida's teriyaki marinade. Oh boy, I just kicked the camera. Get that on the outside. I'm going to give him a nice glaze with that. I'm tempted to do my onion too, but I'm not going to. It's coming along. It's starting to look like something. I don't know what. But I'm going to glaze him up on the outside with that stuff. That looks good, doesn't it? How's that look? Can you see that? Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So it's beer 30, and there's the Frosty Root Boy mug, and I got one of my favorites, a Beta Amber, which is like just the best beer you've ever had. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's amber colored ale, and it tastes great. I've had it before, and it's like the best beer you've ever had. Just a generic beer, nothing really special about it. It's just good, just plain good. It's got a beautiful color, and it smells great. A nice malty, hoppy smell. It's just the best. Nothing better on a hot day when you're out barbecuing and slapping some teriyaki sauce on a pork loin, pork loin. I got pork loins on the brain. Anyway, yeah, my pork loin is looking pretty. My onion is getting to be okay. I think it's going to be good. I'm going to eat it no matter what. So there's my pork loin. He ain't quite done yet, but he's getting there. And he's only at 133 degrees. He's got to come up to at least 180. So I'll keep basting him with that sauce. Keep on cooking him. Anyway, that's the end of the video. So if you like this crap, please subscribe. Come back next week. I do this every week. I'm going to cook something because we got to eat no matter what. And I usually cook something pretty good. I don't know. And thanks for watching. See y'all next week. Bye.